in 7 premier locations around the globe, from the Asia Pacific to North America and across Europe. Over 3,000 of the world's best Olympic sailors battle it out in the ISAF Sailing World Cup. Miami, Florida, USA plays host to U.S. Sailing's 2009 Rolex Miami OCR, the second stop of the inaugural ISAF World Cup, which consists of 7 global events to determine the world champions in the Olympic and Paralympic sailing classes. For the regatta's many international competitors who have traveled here, there's plenty to see and do in nearby Coconut Grove, including its many shops and restaurants in the renowned Coco Walk. But the main attraction for them is the high level of competition, which allows them to put their skills to the test against the world's best. 444 sailors from 41 countries have registered and measured in 11 Olympic and Paralympic classes. Many are setting their sights on qualifying for the 2012 Olympic Games in London.
So, first of all, welcome everybody and thank you for coming.
I'm quite excited to get back into laser racing.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun. Looking forward to take it one day at a time and have a good time.
With many former Olympians competing, the OCR is an important stepping stone for those who hope to eventually make their country's respective Olympic teams. Every division is represented, including the Paralympic 2-person Scud 18, the 3-person Sonar, and the single-handed 2.4 meter. Women's match racing will debut in this Olympics, and the sailors are sailing this event in the Laser SB3. The Olympic classes include the men's heavyweight single-handed fin, the Star 2-person keelboat, the women's single-handed laser radial, the men's single-handed laser, the men's and women's double-handed 470s, the men's and women's RSX sailboards, and the men's double-handed high-performance dinghy, the 49er. With 3 days of racing already complete, the leaders in each class are starting to become established. All have their eyes set on making Saturday's medal round as we join the action back out on the water for this, day number 4. Conditions are warm and very light for the start of the women's single-handed laser radial division. Former ISAF World Sailor of the Year Paige Raley is off to an early lead here on the right-hand side. South Florida is the place to live for laser radial sailors as Anna Tunnicliffe, Paige Raley, and Emily Billing continue to lead the fleet. Tunnicliffe, the current Olympic gold medalist and Rolex Yachtswoman of the Year, has been holding off her rival Raley for most of the week and holds a 4-point advantage so far. One of the top radial sailors from Mexico is Tania Elias Calles, currently sitting in 6th. In the star class, Switzerland's Flavio Marisi and Petter Moreland Pedersen were off to an early lead in the class until an OCS on day 2 set them back in the pack. However, after day 3, enough races had been sailed for a throwout, which has launched them back into the front. Picking the shifts in these light conditions is challenging, but so far Larry Whipple and Mark Struby have done it best from Seattle Yacht Club. An impressive performance for former laser Olympian Andrew Campbell sailing with Brad Nickel. He's switched classes. This is his first time in a star. He's in 2nd place in this race, 5th overall. In the fin class, there are no less than 6 Olympians in the fleet, and longtime fin sailor Chris Cook from Canada leads the division. And they're off again. Great Britain's Edward Wright in 2nd. Zach Raley, the current Olympic silver medalist, is in 3rd place. Some of the major competitors that you'll be watching?
Chris Cook from Canada is here, and he's sailing really well. Ed Wright from Great Britain, and PJ Postma, and silver medalist from Athens 2004 is Rafa Trujillo. I think probably butchered his last name there, but the Spanish guy, and a host of the other U.S. guys are here, so it's a really good fleet.
I have to check that.
Oh, a major disappointment for Zach Raley. The judges have flagged him twice for sculling, and he's out of this race. To To add insult to injury, Spain's Rafael Trujillo and Netherlands' Peter-Jan Postma are out in front. Well, here's a surprise. The race committee has abandoned this race, which is lucky for Raley. He'll get to start again. And look at that, he crosses the fleet on port tack. Second place overall in the regatta is Great Britain's Edward Wright, who racks up a win in this race. And Spain's Rafael Trujillo, second place, holds off a charge from Zach Raley, Peter-Jan Postma, and John Romanko. We've now joined the action in the 470s, both men and women racing on the same course. In the 470 men, Spain's Onan Barrios and Aaron Sarmiento have a 9-point lead overall. Sail Melbourne's gold medalist Stu McNay and Graham Beale will have to keep the pedal down to make up the difference. Hannah Sari is currently in third overall for the women's 470, but she's leading the fleet in this race. For the 470 women, Henriette Koch and Lene Sommer from Denmark are holding off the class's current world champions, Erin Maxwell and Isabel Kinsolving from the USA. In the RSX women, Spanish sailor Marina Albau, a two-time European champion, leads the 24-boat fleet. The RSX men's fleet is one of the most international fleets in the regatta, with 19 countries represented. The Netherlands' Doran van Rieselberg led for the first few days, but was recently overtaken by Spain's Ivan Pastor. And they're off. At the bottom mark, men's RSX division, Italy leads France around the gates. While our leader, Ivan Pastor, is in about 8th place. The breeze increased later in the day to give all classes top conditions. The leaders in our featured classes include USA's Paige Raley in the Laser Radial, Canada's Christopher Cook in the Finn, USA's Rick Merriman and Phil Trinter in the Star, Spain's Onan Barrios and Aaron Sarmiento in the men's 470, Denmark's Henriette Koch and Lene Sommer in the women's 470, the Netherlands' Dorian van Rieselberg in the RSX men, and Spain's Marina Albau in the RSX women. And here are the leaders in the other divisions. Well, that wraps up racing for today, and as the sailors put their boats away tonight, they know they've only got one more day left to qualify for the most important day, Saturday's medal round. And the racing tomorrow is supposed to be windier and rougher conditions, which means the teams that have the most endurance should end up on top.